pulls out of Florida. Every American pissed. The state of Florida is in the hot seat after news broke that they have paid a whopping $11 million over the last 30 years to settle hundreds of cases involving state workers who were sexually harassed by their supervisors and co-workers. At a time when it seems a sort of mass cleansing is taking place in Hollywood and the political realm, with top producers, actors, directors, and politicians being outed for sexual misconduct of varying kinds, this revelation certainly hits hard. A request was made by the Associated Press to obtain information tracking the payments made in these settlements where lawsuits were filed against specific state agencies and state colleges. According to Fox News, the information revealed a stunning 300-plus settled cases since 1987, with payment amounts ranging from $5,500 made out to a Florida State University student who claims they were harassed by a supervisor, to a $1.3 million payout for nurses who were victimized while working at state prisons. The ordeal with the prisons and the nurses was not an isolated incident either. Close to 60% of the cases that were settled were filed by folks who worked for the Department of Corrections. Seems like prison just hardens criminals and creates more monsters, doesn't it? If we as a nation would do a better job of upholding the law and making an example out of our worst offenders, perhaps this wouldn't be the case. Another lawsuit, filed by a woman, alleged that her boss at the Florida Department of Health liked to talk dirty about sex acts he personally witnessed and dropped comments about the physical appearance of women around him, making remarks about their breasts and backsides. The woman who filed this lawsuit fought a 2-year battle that ended with a $129,000 payment. Her attorney, Marie Maddox, doesn't believe sexual harassment is more prevalent in the state government than other areas, but that such behavior is simply more tolerated in certain agencies and that it takes more time to resolve a lawsuit against a government agency than it does a private company. This is precisely why politicians just love all the bureaucracy and red tape nonsense. It helps protect them from being hassled when they started to get busted with their hand in the cookie jar. A spokesman for Florida Governor Rick Scott told the media that only 2% of the settlements a year while he's been in office, making sure to highlight the bill the governor signed this year to protect the name and identity of any state worker who alleges sexual harassment. The governor wants every state employee to be able to work in an environment where they feel safe, Toops said in a statement. The overwhelming majority of these expenditures predate the governor's time in office and are approved by the chief financial officer. It seems the corruption in Florida's state government runs on both sides of the political spectrum. Republican State Senator Jack Latvala is being investigated for allegedly groping and harassing women while he was active in office. Notable Democratic Senator Jeff Clemens actually resigned from his seat earlier this month after reports began to surface of an affair he was having with a lobbyist. If this isn't enough proof to convince you that politicians are some of the most deceitful, slimy wretches to ever grace the face of the earth, what will?